Hello everyone, Evan Thompson here again, Principal Director of the Meteorological Service. I just thought that maybe some of you are wondering about where Melissa is really going. Well, right now, the tropical storm Melissa is over the Caribbean Sea. It's quite some distance south of Jamaica and Haiti, kind of between the two countries and then all the way down south. It is moving very, very slowly, but we are expecting that it will be picking up a little bit more speed as it moves more or less toward the north. That would take it closer to that passage between Jamaica and Haiti. But then what is expected is that by Saturday morning, we could see the system becoming a hurricane and then turning toward the west. That would take it closer to the east coast of Jamaica, but then remaining over the waters to the south. And then for the next day, it's expected to continue moving toward the west, south of Jamaica, and it could develop even further into a hurricane. So that's really what is expected at this time. Not as a hurricane, but as a major hurricane. And this is on Sunday morning. That's what is expected. So it's kind of reminiscent of the Hurricane Beryl of 2024 or Hurricane Ivan in 2004. You will recall those systems also being major hurricanes moving over the waters to the south of the island. So right now, that's what the scenario looks like. But of course, it's still very early because the situation is moving so slowly and things could develop in a very different direction. So let's continue to monitor the movement, the progress of Tropical Storm Melissa.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what Guyah, a blessed and wonderful Friday evening to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side. So we have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in a Jamaica. So what you know, my peeps, me have a few clips to share with you as it relates to Tropical Storm / Hurricane Melissa. Now, we are going to hear from the heads of JPS that warns of power outages and possible light bill spike as a result of Tropical Storm Melissa. So not only will you be losing your services, which is understandable, but right after that, a light bill spike? No. We not gonna deal with that. No, them business they know JPS. I gonna make some people just continue if you go throw up line, or for those who regularize, I go throw up back online. But anyway, listen.
Let us be frank. We have faced multiple weeks of significant rainfall. What does that mean for us? The ground is saturated. Saturated ground combined with increased rainfall in the order of what I'm hearing 6 to 12 inches, plus winds sustained in the order of 50 miles per hour, increases the likelihood of power outages. So I'm standing here to let you know the lights are going to go out. So let us plan for the lights going out. With that being said, we are committed, we are positioned, we are resourced, and we stand ready to respond. I also have confidence in the work that we have done in regards to our infrastructure improvement. In full transparency, I will say some of the potential pressures that a bill has is based on the change in the fuel mix that we have during storms. I just got a report a while ago that the floating storage regasification unit, that's the unit that supplies our liquefied natural gas, due to the threats and the adverse weather conditions, they're going to go ahead and demobilize. What does that mean? We're no longer going to have access to liquefied natural gas at some of our facilities and unavailability of a particular unit that's only able to burn liquefied natural gas that's controlled by the independent power producers. So what that means for us then is units that are able to burn the alternate diesel oil, those units will burn alternate diesel oil. The reality is that's a more pricey commodity than liquefied natural gas, so that could potentially have upward pressures on the bill. In addition to the reality that now that you have some of the more efficient combined cycle units that are unavailable who would burn gas, you're now burning less efficient unit that burning heavy fuel oil, and that could also have upward pressures on the bill. So the reality is, due to the fuel mix, independent power producers being unable to burn alternate diesel oil, and the need to burn less efficient fuel to ensure the security of the grid and what you call security dispatch, there could be potential upward pressure. The good news is we're working with the OUR and other agencies to minimize that potential impact. I'll just close lastly with one thing that says the other thing that happens in a hurricane is that the renewable energy, wind and solar, are significantly curtailed. Curtailment in the order of over 80%. Therefore, in terms of the availability of that, you're talking about less than 20%. So in Jamaica, we have just over 50 megawatts of solar. The expected output during a hurricane, given the cloud cover, is pretty much zero or a little bit above that. So you now are going to have to be running other units that's burning fossil fuel to offset that to meet the customer demand and also ensure you have system stability and not a shutdown. Those combined effects in terms of not having availability of liquefied natural gas, the curtailment of renewables leads to potential upward trends in regards to bills and the impact. But we'll work with regulators and other agencies to see what we can do to soften or minimize that.
Why not you come in?
This is a sign. When you see them body move, so you know the rain are going to fall, you know, bro. So all of you know get them rain things prepare up. Just get it active. Yeah, man.
Here's a book for people. When I zinc blow up, I'm not sure if I zinc I go blow up. So I price it.
Repair that, repair it.
You miss me for 375,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More zinc Africa.
Zinc Africa.
They walk around and take it in then. A free bread? A free bread? A free bread? A free bread? I must free bread. No yet. I'm going to see the storm not come tomorrow.
See the people, see the, then come back again. Which part me plant this a cabbage? You have to have cajun. I know a normal place me plant it. You have to have cajun to come over here so. I cabbage me come fi cut now fi go get somebody before it storm. And see it there to be gone with everything. See it there. See it there. Gone with everything. A vehicle then drive. I see on Wednesday night. And anybody hear me, anybody was selling me cabbage last night, because I must somebody them a carry. Me not think I market them a carry go. I somebody them a take the cabbage and a sell. See it there. I then give them for carry go market I go deliver. See it. Brother, me want to go and be a man right now. This is getting from too bad to worse. Eh? See it there.
Now, my peeps, make we get right on into this evening's set of stories real quick. Now, law enforcement officers assigned to the Kingston Central Police Division seized an Interarms .45 caliber pistol with a magazine containing 4.45 cartridges. They seized this firearm during what they describe as a targeted raid along Chancery Lane in Kingston on Thursday, October 23rd. Reports reaching on the Spot News Media indicates that sometime between 6:50 and 7:30 p.m., a search was conducted in an unfinished building at the front of a premises where the firearm and ammunition were found. Sad to say, no arrest was made in connection with that particular find. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is coming out of the St. James Police Division, where detectives assigned to the Montego Bay Criminal Investigation Branch have charged 23-year-old David Guyah, said to be of a Grenada terrace address in Cornwall Courts in St. James, following an incident along the Godfrey Dyer Boulevard in the parish on Sunday, July 20. Now, reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that sometime around 9:30 p.m., Godfrey Guyah and 4 other criminal elements armed with rifles and handguns attacked a motorist who was parked along the boulevard. It is stated that the men allegedly forced the driver into the back seat of his Toyota Axio and drove towards the flankers community. It is stated that that is where they robbed him of 3 iPhones valued at approximately 2,400 USD and 20,000 cash in Jamaican banknotes. It is stated that they also took his bank cards. The victim was later released and assisted by residents to the hospital where he was treated. Now, the criminal element David Guyah was arrested during a police operation along Railway Lane in Montego Bay and taken into custody. He was formally charged with robbery with aggravation and assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. His court date is presently being finalized. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, my peeps, is still in the St. James Police Division, where this brother is seen on a video after being arrested by the police. Make the police them know, say, yo, him done with work business as of today, because him a got turn St. James' most notorious top knockers and clappers, and his first targets will most definitely be members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Now listen.
No dog, we don't want to work again.
Then you say, boy,
I'm a jump criminal. Pussy, I look for me every day. When I look for every blood clot there, come here, turn, yeah, me and me most wanted man, I'm over here. And I want to make me cancer pussy wall. Remember today, I don't want to work again. I be most wanted man. Here, but suck on the mama. And I want to force me to come back.
Yeah, man.
Can't violate me and live life. Your body boy, I don't forget your face. Pussy your tongue in your face. Your video when I don't know video. Yeah? You don't know video. Yeah, the first I get I go to the station. You can run and dip up body boy, DC boy. I get 80,000 to pay a pussy one. Eh? You feel like 80,000 of money body boy. 50,000 from rent. Pussy go suck your mother. Or tongue in your face, what you got?
Now the last thing, my peeps, on your screen, as the question says, can you imagine yourself not being a Jamaican? Even though the knockers and clappers them a mash up the country left, right and center, and we have to fight back to get it back to where it once was, I still probably would not trade being a Jamaican for any other nationality. Can you imagine not being a Jamaican, never knowing how corrigo tastes? Can you imagine not knowing how oxtail tastes? Can you imagine never having to had ackee and saltfish and roast breadfruit? Can you imagine never to eat tin mackerel and rice? Can you imagine never to drink some red pea soup on Saturday? Can you imagine a life of not being a Jamaican, born and bred? Well, to be honest, my friends, yard and abroad, I would never trade my Jamaicanness for another nationality. As bad as things be a yard, boy, may I tell you, No way, no better than it, same way. Now all we have to do is continue to work together to rid our country of these criminal elements and bring it back to the Jamaica land we love. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember if you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in a subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.